Subscribe and click the bell icon for the latest updates from Express Drives.
Another day, another launch. We are at the launch of the all-new Audi A6 in Mumbai today. Visibly, everyone is so excited because this is the first launch from Audi in quite some time. It is the 5th generation. Some call it as the 8th generation as well. 8th generation because from 1965 there have been 8 generations of this vehicle. However, from the last 5 generations it was called the Audi A6. Before that it was called, or rather it started from the Audi A100. It's a beautiful car and I will take you through the details. This is Lijo. Welcome to Express Drives. Let's start with the headlamps. These are all new again, and matrix LED headlights for that matter. This is the new signature that you see here. It is, and we expect that it will become a signature for the future Audi cars that are going to come out. And speaking of which, this reminds me, Audi says this is the first vehicle that they are going to launch, and in future there would be many more launches in the Indian market. All new bumpers. This is the widest grille that you would ever see in an Audi for that matter, and again future cars will also get this massive grille. The sides, I mean, it looks very familiar to the outgoing A6, but you see these new tires here. They look okay. Personally, I feel that it could have been a bit more aggressive, but given the expected client that Audi will have for the A6, these look just about right. These are 18 inches. We've heard that you can upgrade up to 22 inches. That's like really huge. The wing mirrors are new. The entire silhouette, if you see, it's familiar. It's something which customers will immediately relate to from the previous generation. This is an all-new car. Let's go to the rear now. The rear again is very sophisticated. You see these new lights, and the pattern itself is very alluring, very attractive. It's all LED. As you're aware, Audi and other manufacturers are moving to LED technology. It applies to both the headlights, blinkers. Speaking of which, this one has the dynamic turn indicators and tail lights for that matter. The boot space is 540 liters thereabouts. Looks very spacious, looks very good, looks very huge as well. And the only thing missing is I would have wanted a button here so that the boot would have auto closed. These are 4 diffusers here. These are not the actual bit. These are design elements which have been created for the new A6, and they create an aura for sure. You won't notice the tailpipe again because most of the BS6 vehicles that are available in this segment, you won't find them having a tailpipe jutting out for that matter. The interior of the car, the place that you will spend the most amount of time, and I am in the interior of the new Audi A6. As you can see, it's got an all digital panel. It looks absolutely stunning for that matter. Again, this is a new steering wheel. We would see this in future Audis as well. It's a 4-spoke unit. You've got infotainment controls. You can also summon the artificial intelligent assistant for that matter. You have cruise control here, you have the headlights, and you have the wiper settings here. This again is an electrically adjustable steering wheel. You just have to push a button here. It's adjustable for both rake and reach, as can be expected. You have this brushed aluminum look around on the central panel. The upper one controls the navigation, infotainment, and a lot more of things. It's also compatible with Android Auto as well as Apple CarPlay, something which wasn't earlier with the other cars, Audi cars for that matter. You get either CarPlay, and as an option you can also check out for Android Auto. The lower panel controls all the AC controls for that matter. You also get the parking assist here. You get a lot of other information. You can also turn off the blinds, and you can also put off the auto start stop for that matter. There is one storage space here wherein you can have a wireless phone. If you have a wireless charging phone, you can keep it here and it would charge for that matter. This is a new gear lever that Audi has given, and it feels chunky when you place your hand on it, and it's a 7-speed gearbox for that matter. It's a dual clutch. You also get paddle shifters here. You have the drive select mode that we spoke about, the buttons here. You can switch off the traction control. There's a lot of things. The engine start stop is also here, right where you usually find Volvo buttons for that matter. The seats are electrically powered too, and you also get a sunroof which is not panoramic, but then you have a sunroof. That's a good thing, isn't it? There is decent space, I would say, but you're seated quite low for that matter. There is decent headroom as well. Under thigh support for someone as tall as me may not be that good because my knees are like up here, but everything is well decked. The cabin is very good, nicely built. This is fake leather for that matter, and you can avail it in 2 different trims. One is this brown, and there is one more color option available. This is a 5-seater for that matter, but you can only seat 4 because there is a middle transmission tunnel here, which would hinder the legroom for the middle passenger. There is also 4-zone climate control available, which means if I'm seated here, I have a different temperature setting for myself, and there is a different temperature setting for the person sitting next to me. You also have an AC vent on the B pillar, as well as there are AC vents in the center. It's all brilliant for that matter, but there is no rear entertainment package or something from which I can control the system. For that, Audi has got a new app, and it's a connected app through which you can also control the infotainment system. So that works well for someone who's an executive customer who wants to sit at the rear. First BS6 petrol engine for Audi in India, and this is a 2-liter 4-cylinder motor that has made its way to the A6. It makes around 245 PS of power and 370 Newton meters of torque. Audi claims that it will deliver around 14.1 kmpl of fuel efficiency. It is also paired to a 12-volt hybrid motor for that matter, and this is what might be giving it the efficiency of around 14.1 kmpl. BS6 first for an Audi in India. There is no diesel engine happening because Audi is consciously making a shift towards petrol and petrol hybrids for that matter. Future Audis that you would see in India would be petrol hybrids and even electrics for that matter. There is the e-tron which is going to come out really soon as well. This one will do the 0 to 100 kph in 6.8 seconds, and the top speed would be around 250 kph. Brand new Audi, and it's right around the festive season. The prices start from rupees 54.20 lakh ex-showroom for the premium variant, and for the technology trim it is priced at rupees 56.20 lakh. With the A6 you would get the aggressive looks that you're looking for, plus all the features that you would ever need in a car of this size and stature. Agreed that this vehicle may not have the long wheelbase stature of the Mercedes E-Class. However, it's priced a bit lower, and for that matter, it's a BS6 compliant as well, which means it's future-proof. The bit here is, if you book the vehicle today, you'll get it after a month. So those of you looking for a Diwali flash, well, unfortunately, that's not happening at the moment. So guys, if you like this video, please do subscribe, share, and like our channel Express Drives on YouTube.